We are now inside a 24-hour window, and that could flip this entire market upside down. What just moved, what just leaked, and what's happening on chain right now is bigger than anything we've seen all year. If you hold XRP, well, you got 24 hours. You need to prepare. We're going to get into it. Without further ado, sit back, relax. Bitcoin, $90,829. It's currently down 1.39%. ETH coming in at 3,001. It's currently down 2.19%. XRP, yeah, buddy, coming in at $2.20. It is down 0.7%. Look, these markets suck right now. I'll tell you how it is, because that's how it is. It's boring. It's flat. It's not moving. I get it. You got a couple of key numbers. That's the only thing you should be paying attention to. Everyone wants to look at these waves and all this TA. Who cares? Pay attention to levels. 94,000 on Bitcoin. That's your level. XRP, 250. That's your level. Nothing happens until those are broken. And if they don't get broken, get ready for a retest. If Bitcoin gets rejected from 94,000, get ready for a retest down into the lower $80,000 region. If XRP gets rejected here, get ready for it to retest $2 yet again. Now we're going to start, and we're going to jump over to this over at xrprightnow.com. You need to go check out that website. If you don't check it out, I don't know what you're doing. We're talking BlackRock, Fidelity, XRP, ETF rumors are exploding right now. That's right. And it's all happening at the exact same time. CoinShares is exiting their XRP ETF position. Ask yourself why? Why, Rip? Why? If you were CoinShares, you know, a small little niche company out there, and you got rumors, you got, you know, the news that BlackRock and Fidelity, two massive titans, were coming into the XRP ETF market, would you launch an ETF? The answer is no. There's no money for you to be made there. You wouldn't get involved. So, right, people are out there to try to figure out, is this bullish? Is this bearish? Well, I'll tell you. I'll make it crystal clear for you. It's bullish. It is absolutely bullish, especially if this BlackRock and Fidelity rumor that is floating around out there is true. We've seen what they've done with Bitcoin. We've seen what they've done with Ethereum. And now they are circling XRP at the moment liquidity is at its thinnest. Every cycle, folks, has a moment where the noise stops and the smart money starts loading the boat. This feels like that moment, which brings us over to this. Let's talk about the move nobody is supposed to ignore. South Korea. Their largest exchange upbit just moved 17 million XRP in one shot. Now look, you don't move 17 million XRP unless you're positioning for volatility, preparing for a liquidity event, or getting ahead of incoming demand. This wasn't retail. This wasn't some lucky whale. This was a coordinated, high confident repositioning right before the window that we are heading into. Every major XRP catalyst in the last 3 years has been preceded by giant ledger moves like this. And once again, what are they doing? They are showing up. And once again, where are they showing up? In South Korea. You all do realize South Korea is the reason that XRP made its all-time high back in 2017, right? They love XRP over there. Which gets us over to this. Let me walk you through the psychological part of this market, because this is exactly where things get funny. The bears got what they wanted, right? They flash crashed the market to 84K. Over 1 billion in open interest got wiped out. Your leverage, it got flushed. Your funding rates, they reset. Perfect short entries were printed everywhere. Everything they prayed for. And then what happened? Ask yourself the question, what happened 4 days later? We're back above $90,000. That's what happened. The markets did a full cleanse, folks. They wiped the leverage gamblers, the degens, they reset the structure, and they killed the greed. And then what did they do? They ripped it back up while the short sellers were still out there celebrating. Imagine watching a spot-driven, ETF-driven, institutional-driven recovery and deciding now is the time to short? Couldn't be me. Couldn't be anyone paying attention. This is what the start of a macro uptrend looks like. Fast down, slow, grinding recovery to new highs. Exactly where we are right now. Which brings us to this Negrat Crypto's price. Let's talk about XRP price levels, the only levels that actually matter. Now, for those of you who do not look at the charts, don't care about the charts, want nothing to do with the charts, let me just tell you what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is the last day in November. Tomorrow is your monthly close. Tomorrow also so happens to line up with your weekly close. You are getting a weekly and monthly close going down on the same exact day. Within your next 24 hours, you are going to figure out exactly where this market is headed. Monthly closes matter. Weekly closes, they matter. Your daily, they can kind of give us a little short-term picture, right? So let's talk charts. Simple chart, simple rules. Close above $2.60. XRP re-enters bullish territory. Not perfect, but it's above the 0.5 fib and out of danger. Close above 340. That's your 0.88 fib. That's where the fun begins. That's where the melt up starts. That's your price discovery. That is where we don't know where the price is going to go. That thing's just going to keep on running, and you're going to be glued to your computer and not being able to get away from your computer because you don't know where this thing's going. That's right. It's going to happen. We didn't wait 8 years for XRP to make a brand new all-time high by a couple of cents, folks. You close below the 21 EMA, we're cooked. Resets incoming, no sugar coating. You don't want to close below that, folks. There's no hopium here. There's no emotions here. It's just levels for you to pay attention to. I told you. We care about levels. We don't care about the day-to-day price. And our elite wave says this, our support level, we care about levels. That's all that matters. Everything that happens in between those levels doesn't matter. Breaking above the level that we care about, that matters. I told you it was 250, E-Grad's at 260. We're pretty freaking close, right? I told you Bitcoin can't break 74K. We are closer to the bullish side of this line than anyone wants to admit, because everyone wants to mess with you and jack with you and let you think we're in a bear market. We're in a bear market. If we were in a bear market, I would tell you. We are not there just yet. I told you the levels to pay attention to. Bitcoin invalidates 74,000 and breaks under it on a weekly. You're in a bear market. We haven't hit there yet. Bitcoin's $90,000, folks. $90,000, and people are kicking and screaming. Sounds like to me those people entered late. Oh, they bought the top at 126. They should be DCAing. That's what they should be doing. Which moves us over to this. Here's the final piece of your puzzle. Coinbase Bitcoin premium has flipped positive and it's rising. When your premium flips from negative to positive, you see it on your screen from red to green, and it's rising, it means that your institutions are doing one of three things, because they're not doing all three. Buying spot, slowing down their outflows and absorbing supply again. This is exactly what happened 24 to 72 hours before major bullish expansion phases in your previous cycles. And guess what? It's happening right now. At the same time, XRP ETF rumors explode. At the same time, whales are moving millions. At the same time, liquidity resets across the market. This is not a coincidence. This is all coordination, everyone. We're walking into the next 24 hours where ETF rumors are boiling. Your whales, they're repositioning. Your charts, they are tightening. Institutions quietly switching from selling to buying. This isn't noise. This is the setup. If XRP breaks the right levels, if those filings hit, if liquidity keeps tightening, the next move, it's not going to be a slow grind. It's going to be a snap, a whiplash, a moment where the charts go vertical while everyone else is still asking why. So get ready, folks, because the window we're stepping into right now, it is the one people spent years, 8 years, waiting for. I hope you enjoyed. Hit that thumbs up on your way out. And I'll see all y'all on the next one.